been consistent, 9-0 this far in the season. Frost with only one loss. This is the marquee matchup for sure, Tom.
Yeah, with the only loss being to number 2 Ben Davino of Ohio State, and that was 4-2. So Evan Frost off to a really good start, and he's handling the weight requirements and the responsibilities to wrestle at 33 better this year. Maturity.
Yeah, I think those are all the details. And the thing about the Frost is they're problem solvers, engineering majors, and so they like live in that space. So if you give them a problem consistently, they'll learn to figure out that problem. And I think you've seen that even with some of the top matches. They wrestle a guy once and they're able to close that gap consistently.
Serrano out of Windsor, Colorado, and he is a senior, 4-time Colorado prep champion. Evan Frost in there with an 11-1 record, as you said, this year. He already owns 70 career victories in an ISU singlet.
Serrano likes to operate a little bit more from space, whereas Frost, he can operate from space, but we've seen him really thrive, I would say, in the tie-ups in the close range. Serrano, great technical and tactical awareness and explosiveness, too.
Well, I know he's hoping to get off to a good start here, but you have a formidable competitor who last year going into the NCAA tournament, Serrano was the number 5 seed, Kyvan.
Yeah. Well, he built himself to that place.
Yes,
you know?
he did.
He built himself to that place. And
Frost, like most of his teammates, had about a week, more than a week off after a prolific road trip for the Cyclones. And then Northern Colorado, which owns a 34-12 win over Campbell this year, coming off a 27-16 loss at Arizona State. Iowa State 6-1 in duels, win over Iowa. Northern Colorado comes in 2-4. But these matches are important for Big 12 seeding.
yeah, and these matches also will show up in the NCAA seeding too. The Big 12 being a very formidable conference, and the quality having risen. You know, you have the Iowa States, Northern Colorado, nice re-attack right there, nothing to come of it. You have Oklahoma State, you have Northern Iowa, you have really good programs, Wyoming. You know, the Big 12 is a very solid conference.
Well, I don't think there's any question about that, and what it has become and what that tournament has become. You're taking a look at the top, just saw them, the top rated wrestlers at 133 pounds.
And there's really been some shakeups in college wrestling. Virginia Tech young man that's undefeated, 12-0, just pulled his red shirt and just, I think, majored, you know, one of the top guys in the country. So the quality of wrestling has really grown, and I think a lot of that has to do with the club state of wrestling. There's a lot of high caliber and quality former wrestlers going into coaching and looking to, you know, grow the sport and all those different things. So it's been really positive.
So Serrano's pretty long.
Yeah, and the other thing about Serrano is he's also very dense too. You know, he has good stature, nice shot right there. Looking for a re-attack, nothing.
You can tell though Serrano is educated on the mat and knows when to make those counters and seek those vulnerabilities.
Yeah, they definitely have watched the film and have some awareness on where they want to get to, what opportunities they're looking to find off some re-attacks and faking.
Well, you're watching the number 3 man at 133, Evan Frost, and the number 9, Dominic Serrano of Northern Colorado. A lot of stalking here. Frost has made some parries, and Serrano has immediately countered on him. What do you make of it so far?
I think they're looking for opportunities. Stall right there after a high C attempt, and he goes into the high crotch off to the high C and goes throw by. And that's what you want to do. Short time right here. Serrano's going to have to keep that.
10 seconds.
Uh-oh, close, nothing there, but
rolls through, but he got the 3.
Right there, he goes throw by, throws that leg in. Serrano tries to hip it through, collects the waist. Great awareness right there from Frost, able to just follow that. And, you know, those points at the end of period are huge.
Huge. Well, Serrano cuts him. So the impetus is going to be on him in terms of seeking a takedown here.
Yep. And the thing for Serrano is that he's going to have to get his level lower. Frost has been doing a great job staying in really, really good position. And Serrano's been higher most of the time, kind of bouncing in and out of his stance, looking for reattacks.
Another reattack right there.
Yeah, and so to find his opportunity, he's going to have to get a little bit lower in his stance and either probably look for a misdirection, go one way, come out the other way, and keep his head, get his head underneath the chin of Frost.
Well, you know that Serrano's going to be high in the bracket, the defending champion, when they wrestle in the Big 12 tournament. And a win over him is extremely important for Evan Frost.
Yeah, it's definitely of value. You got 51 seconds left on the clock. It's what's your go-to opportunity right here? What's your go-to attack? How are you gonna create some offense for yourself? We haven't seen it yet from Serrano.
No, we haven't.
Nice shot from Frost, and he's looking to build up. Nothing there. Looks to throw by again. He's still looking for opportunities, Frost is.
Yeah, credit him for doing that. And now Serrano is in.
He's gonna have to hit the corner. Great hips right there from Frost. Serrano gave himself an opportunity, trying to build up. Frost looking for a cradle right there. Looks like he's gonna lock it up.
And they gave him the 3 in the closing seconds. And so Evan Frost in a big victory for Big 12 seeding